Now, I've shared hundreds of videos with you guys about how to grow your Amazon business and avoid losing money. And the reason I know what not to do when it comes to Amazon wholesale is because I've made so many mistakes along the way. So in this video, I want to go over 3 different products that I sourced, I sent into Amazon, and I lost a bunch of money on, so you guys don't make the same mistakes that I did. And you're gonna wanna make sure to stay until the end because the third product is the one that looked the best on the outside, but it ended up losing me the most amount of money. So let's get right into the video. Hey, what's going on guys? Marvin here. Welcome back to another video. If you're new here, we talk e-commerce, self-development, and entrepreneurship. So if you enjoy that type of content, then make sure to subscribe, turn your post notifications on so you guys don't miss any videos in the future. Now, like I said in the intro, I've made tons of mistakes along the way with my Amazon wholesale journey, which is why I know what you shouldn't be doing because I did those things and I lost a lot of money. In this video, we're gonna go over 3 different products that lost me money and the lessons that I learned after each one of those situations. All right, so the first product I'm gonna share with you is probably the most recent. I probably sourced this product between maybe 18 months to 12 months ago, but it's the most recent on this list. And I had a bunch of different products that I needed to go through to make sure that I actually wanted they were actually good buying products or good products to invest into, and I just rushed the process. This was at the very end. I was just burnt out. I was ready to be done for the day. And instead of taking a break or, going to have lunch or going to do something else and coming back to it, I just wanted to get it done. And at the time, Amazon wasn't on the listing. At least they didn't appear so. And the price was good. Everything looked good at face value, but I didn't take the time to look back at the data. So I ordered 100 or 200 units of this product. And by the time I sent them in and they were available for sale, Amazon was back on the listing. So I look back and I see the history, and Amazon controlled 90 or was on this listing for about 90 to 95% of the time. Because I was in a rush to just get it done, I missed these massive red flags that even beginners would have noticed, right? But because I was so burnt out on all these products I was going through and I was just ready to be done with it and send that order over, I missed those massive red flags. So I ordered about 100, 200 units. I think it was 200 units. And I ended up having to hold on to it for 6 months before selling the first 100 units. Amazon was in inventory for 6 months, so that money was just sitting there. I dropped the price to where Amazon was. It was still a little profitable, but Amazon controlled the entire listing, so I didn't get any sales for 6 months. Then I sold 100 units maybe within a couple of weeks, month time frame, and then Amazon came back on. So then for another month or two, Amazon controlled that listing. And then about 8 months after I initially purchased that product is when I sold out of it all. But that money was just stuck there, right? Which is the worst thing that can happen. Is just your money's just sitting there and you can't keep reinvesting it. Also, I anticipated this profit to be about 15%. And after everything was said and done, I ended up breaking even, if not taking a little bit of a loss on this product, because at that point I'm just like, I just want my money back so that I can reinvest it into products that are more solid, that there's not going to be the competition like Amazon controlling the listing. So the lesson here is to take your time, look at the data. Speed is important when you're doing product research, but it's not as important as making sure you're investing in the right products. Speed is important, but solid buying decisions and investments is way more important. And obviously don't make that same mistake that I did. All right, so the second product is this Marvel Legends Deadpool. This is when Deadpool was really starting to pop off in popularity. This was, it was like 2018, I think. So the mistake on this product was that there wasn't enough data. It wasn't about evaluating the data. It was that there was none because this product was brand new. And I had anticipated that this product would sell very well because, like I said, Deadpool was growing in popularity. So at the time, the BSR was at 700,000. And then it quickly dropped to 700 of a BSR in the toys and games category. And I was originally planning on selling this for $38, which was very, very profitable for me. So that was my thought process. Yes, I think the price will drop, but it's still very profitable. And as it grows in popularity, it will sell out before the price drops too much. I just didn't anticipate the price to drop as quickly as it did. It very, very quickly went from $38 all the way down to $18. And at that point, again, I just wanted to get that money out of there before the price continued to go down because I didn't know exactly where it was going to bottom out. This one, I went from being very profitable to losing money on every single unit that was being sold. But I had a choice to make. Do I hold on to it in hopes that it's going to come back up to the $38 mark, or do I just sell out and get my cash flow back and start reinvesting in other products? and I decided to sell it out. I only sold a few units at that at the $18 mark, which was a big loss for me. I still lost money on every single unit, but it wasn't as bad as it could have been. And I made the right decision because this listing ended up bottoming out at about $14, $15. And it never, even to this day, recovered back to that $38 mark. The lesson from here is that you want to make sure you have the data before you make the decision. Because when you look at these new products, let's say you're looking at a pre-order, your supplier's offering your pre-order and they're hyping it up so much. A pre-order is the same thing as a product that is brand new with a month or a week of data, because you have no idea what's going to happen to that listing. You have no idea how many competitors are going to come onto the listing. You have no idea if Amazon's going to come onto the listing. You have no idea where that price is going to go, and you have no idea where that sales velocity is going to go. So there's way too many unknowns to make a good buying decision when these products are brand new, just hit the market. So just weigh the pros and cons and don't overcommit if the data isn't there to support that buying decision. All right, so this third and last product, this is the one that I thought was a home run. Now it's not this exact product. I couldn't find that exact product that I sold. This was super early on because this was in the phones and accessories category, which is where I first started. And I made a lot of money in that category. But this was one of the first products where I was like, this is a home run. I couldn't find that exact product because I think I deleted the listing from my inventory, but it was something similar to this. It was a charger of some sort, but we're going to use this Mophie charger as an example because I've used it in the past. It's not this exact product, but it was very similar and it was a great deal. It was good data and I was going to be very profitable, and I was going to have it as a replenishable product that I was going to be able to sell month in and month out. So I started buying this product consistently, going from 1 month orders to 6 week orders to 2 month orders, just to make sure I was staying in inventory. About 4 months was the total time frame that I sold this product for. But after that first month is when the problems started popping up. So one thing that I overlooked was that the review rating was pretty low for the products that I like to purchase. It was below 3 stars. I think it was like 2 stars. So the return rate was incredibly high. It was still selling well, but the return rate was way too high for it to even be profitable. It didn't even make sense at the very end to keep restocking this product because I was getting more returns than it was worth. What I failed to realize was, yes, that review was low, but also the headline and the reason for those negative reviews, I could have seen that in the beginning and made some changes back then if I knew what I was doing more so. The problem was that this specific wireless charger wasn't clear in the headline, wasn't clear in the description, that in order for this wireless charger to work, you would need a specific phone case that would go with this charger in order for it to work. If you didn't have this specific phone case, then the wireless charger wasn't going to work. And that was what led to so many of the return rate. Now, because the product was bad, but because it wasn't clear enough what the customer was buying. So all of those returns were of, this product isn't working, I don't have that thing, it wasn't clear enough. And that's what led to the high amount of returns. And a ton of the returns, the majority of the returns, were unfulfillable because naturally these people are buying this product, they're opening it up and they're trying to use it and then realize that they don't have the other part to make it work properly. So the majority of these returns were unfulfillable, which just means I was just losing money. I wasn't able to put them back in inventory, resell them, or even resell them on another platform. So it just led to me just losing so much money because of all those return rates. Now in hindsight, if I would have been able to change the listing or change the headline or change the description, then I would have done so just to make it more clear. But because I didn't do that, or I was very new at this, I was losing a ton of money to the point where this home run product ended up being a nightmare of a product. And I just ended up stopping sourcing after, I sold through all the inventory and I dealt with all the returns. Now, I don't look at these failures as failures. I look at these as lessons that made me a better seller, lessons that made me a better at product research, lessons that made me better at looking at the data and really understanding the data. Because when we're sourcing these products and we're buying these products, we're making money on the purchase. We have already weighed the risks. We have already seen the highs, the lows, the average price that it's selling at. So when we buy that product, we are buying it with the intention of selling it for a specific markup that's going to make us that profit. We don't buy products just to send them into inventory and hope for the best. That is not what we're doing. So we buy products based off of data, and we're making money on the purchase of that product because we have done the research in order to make sure that that product's going to be profitable and reduce our risk as much as possible. So I would say that these mistakes definitely made me better at product research and just gave me different lessons and different insights that I wouldn't have had otherwise. But this is just 3 amongst the many mistakes that I've made along my Amazon journey, and I'm glad that I can come on here and give you guys that information so that hopefully you guys don't lose any money on silly mistakes like me. But if you want to learn Amazon wholesale step by step, not just the product research side, not just the mistake side, but exactly what you need to do step by step to get started, and I want you guys to watch this video. It's going to pop up on screen where I show you exactly what to do step by step. So with that being said, I will see you guys in that next video.